상위 1% 엘리트만 입학할 수 있는 독일의 국립정치교육원. 입학만으로 가문의 영광이 되는 이곳에
What is he?
He's a wizard.
When someone asks what you are, they are asking what race you are.
한 고아 소년이 끌려옵니다.
I will do measurements of every part of his body. Lip thickness, angle of nose projection. There is no question about whether he has Jewish blood. He will be accepted.
인종검사를 받는 소년의 이름은 베르너.
You are not a Jew, so you can be allowed to live. The boy you are now will soon be dead, replaced by something more than human.
Heil Hitler! New boy for proofing. We will strip away your weakness, your cowardice, your hesitation. Give him the traditional welcome.
Run.
My dearest sister Jutta, this is a very interesting place.
원하지도 않았던 이곳에 베르너가 끌려온 이유는
You must be the new radio boy. Be gentle with this one. Has high hopes for him.
독일 최고의 무전 기술을 보유한 천재였기 때문이었죠.
seconds.
(1944년) 나치가 점령 중인 프랑스의 항구 도시 생말로. 연합군의 폭격이 시작된 그곳에 라디오 방송을 하는 한 소녀가 있습니다.
The bombs are falling now, and I think the Americans have come to free us at last.
그녀의 이름은 마리.
And now, for those of you who listen to my broadcasts for pleasure, I will continue with my reading of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. It was given to me by my father for my birthday when we were in Paris and at peace. The great depths of the ocean are unknown to us.
태어날 때부터 눈이 보이지 않았던 그녀는 1년째 아빠를 기다리며 라디오 방송을 하고 있었는데요.
If we do not know them all, if nature still has secrets.
그 시각 같은 지역에서 마리의 방송을 듣고 있는 베르너.
Luna, take a last drink before we die. What are you listening to anyway?
I'm listening to a girl reading a book, and when a bomb falls outside, I hear it on the radio, which means the girl I'm listening to is here.
Before they put me in this uniform, I used to listen to a French radio station.
He was a professor.
Listening to foreign broadcasts is punishable by death.
10 seconds, 100, we're both dead anyway.
The radio station that taught me French was on shortwave frequency 1310.
Now when it's too late, the frequency comes alive and I hear a girl reading a book. And I will never know who she is.
Goodbye, my friend.
Goodbye.
그곳 사람들은 매일 쏟아지는 폭격 속에서 희망을 기다리고 있었죠.
That's the end of tonight's broadcast. I know that broadcasting could get me killed, but I will not be silenced. Pa, Uncle Etienne, and to everyone else. I hope you will tune in again tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow.
한편 파괴된 도시를 바라보며 여유롭게 굴을 까먹는 독일 장교.
Tell me what the Americans are saying. Read it to me.
It says they will be back tomorrow at midnight. Everyone in the town must leave. They're telling us to leave, but you have locked the gates of the city.
Don't blame me. I'm not here to execute the war. I'm a jeweler. My job is to track down and identify all the finest jewels in Europe and deliver them to the Führer.
그는 마리를 찾고 있었는데요.
Has something that I want. A blind girl who I know is in Saint-Malo. That the whole town must know, but who no one can recall!
I have no idea who you are talking about.
다음 날 허기에 시달리다 빵집으로 향한 마리.
No bread here today.
Marie,
Monsieur Colonel, I'm so hungry. Do you have any bread left?
Keep your money.
그곳에서 에티엔 삼촌과 재회하는데
Where have you been?
For the Americans and the British who are coming to free us. And if I'd come home, that would have put you in grave danger.
사실 마리는 라디오 방송으로 연합군에게 암호를 보내고 있었죠.
Now, I want you to skip ahead to chapter 20, read just page 1, then chapter 21, read only page 2.
It's not safe out here. There's a German officer in town offering food and money in return for information.
Right, when you get home, lock all the doors, right?
한편 폭격에서 살아남은 베르너. 그는 위태로운 목숨보다 라디오가 더 중요했는데요.
Remember, boys and girls, Werner built this radio contraption himself out of things other people threw away. Werner is a mixture of genius and persistence and bits from books.
쓰레기로 라디오를 만들어내고 다양한 나라를 탐험했던 베르너의 어린 시절.
I have found the whole world, Jitter. But late at night, I get this from France. Shortwave 1310. The most amazing professor. He's saying the most amazing things. It is forbidden. If you listen, you will learn.
마리 역시 교수의 라디오를 들으며 자라났고
He says the most important light is the light you cannot see.
Perhaps you can explain it to me in the morning.
Complete darkness. There is still light inside your mind.
두 사람에게 그 단파 채널은 추억이 담긴 안식처였습니다.
A great professor used to offer words of wisdom to children on this very frequency because he spoke always about light. Lost,
Darkness
not
lasts
even for 1 second. When you turn on the light.
Why are you hiding down there?
From now on, you will work up here in the light.
It is now confirmed that last night's bombing of Saint-Malo was targeted.
지휘관은 누군가 정보를 흘린다며 정치교육원 출신을 데려오는데
Top of his class in 1942, right? Schmidt will from now on accompany you and help you in your work.
채널을 감추기 위해 선을 뽑아놓지만
Yeah, well, you know what? I did that to check you out.
I'm talking about I don't remember you at the National Institute. The National Institute is an elite school. 63% of the intake don't make it. I still correspond with the commandant. So one word from him, and to the east you will go.
거짓말을 간파하고 협박한 베르너는 상황을 유리하게 만들었죠.
How long did you really last at the Institute?
2 weeks.
You either die like a lion or you go over like a glass of spilled milk.
My father hasn't spoken to me since I was dismissed. I'm a glass of spilled milk. But I'm not an idiot.
집요하게 비밀을 캐는 그에게
When I turned on the radio, someone was broadcasting. Who?
Here's a frequency that I have listened to since I was a child.
솔직하게 털어놓는 베르너.
There was always silence until I reached Saint-Malo. Then I heard a girl reading a book and literature to people the way the professor used to do. Then maybe the insanity of this old man's war might come to an end. Whoever she is, she's 1310 is in good hands.
So, I have your secret, but I can't trust you with mine. I'm sorry,
Will
Werner.
you track down the girl?
I will do my duty.
Please.
I will spare shortwave 1310.
Please.
한편
It's 10 francs.
I'm no longer interested in sex. In truth, losing my libido has been like being unchained from a lunatic. Sit.
마리에 대한 이야기를 꺼낸 그는
From the way people protect this girl, I'm beginning to sense that her family was somehow involved in the resistance.
돈을 건네며 협박하고
This girl is called Marie-Laure Leblanc.
그 시각 방송을 마친 마리는 자연산굴이 가득한 곳에서 허기를 달래고 있었는데요.
Hello, Marie. Somebody told me that you and your papa used to come here.
하필 그곳을 말한 여자 때문에 붙잡힌 마리.
If you give me what I want,
What do you want?
I just want to live. And I believe you can help me.
Your father once worked in the museum in Paris, yeah? He had in his care many precious stones. There was one stone in particular. I see you know the particular stone I'm talking about. It's called the Sea of Flames. The legend says it can cure any illness.
The legend says that the stone they call the Sea of Flames is cursed.
What is the curse?
That if you touch a stone, whoever you love will suffer terrible misfortune. But if you possess a stone, you yourself will never die.
Have you ever touched a sea of flames?
독일이 프랑스를 점령한 1940년.
What will the Germans do with France?
For the vanity of one man, they'll ransack whole cities and take everything of value.
Come, Marie, we must save what we can and then save ourselves.
박물관 보석 관리자였던 마리의 아빠는 급하게 보석들을 빼돌렸는데요.
I'll be giving them to some people that I trust to take them out of Paris. One last thing. We're heading south to the home of a friend.
The kind of friend I can rely on to take care of precious things.
And where will you go?
Don't worry, we'll be okay. Take care of yourself. I'm sending them to Geneva in the head of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Give me your bag. You're gonna sit on the truck. I'm going to run. You don't have to trust me. This is one birthday you'll never forget.
그는 마리가 불꽃의 바다를 가지고 있다 생각했죠.
There was a truck waiting for the jewels.
Stop lying to me! Your father kept it for himself. He gave it to you. Where is it? It is your father's fault you went blind. The Sea of Flames is blessed, but it's also cursed.
Your darkness was a gift from your precious papa.
장교의 뚝배기를 깨고 도망친 마리. 시체를 버리고 청소를 하던 베르너는 지휘관에게 들켜버리는데
Someone is broadcasting.
A girl is broadcasting. But you already knew that, didn't you, Penny? And when Schmidt found out, you killed him.
베르너를 의심했던 지휘관이 슈미트를 심어둔 것이었고
I did it to protect a memory, the only one the Reich could not destroy.
I could execute you here and now, Penny.
소녀를 찾으려면 베르너가 필요했습니다.
Last night I called the commander of the institute where you train. He said you were chosen for this work because you were a genius. Gather your equipment. So how did it come to this?
베르너가 보육원에서 지내던 1940년.
Well, if you have been listening to the national broadcast, you will have heard the glorious news. This afternoon, German troops entered Paris. French are a very decadent nation.
군인이 찾아온 건 베르너 때문이었고
You are Werner Pfennig, yes?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Because word of you has reached my ears. They say you're a genius.
그는 베르너를 자기 집으로 데려가는데
We found one tuned to shortwave frequency 1310, a forbidden station located somewhere in France.
He talks only about truth and beautiful things, sir.
Yes. Truth and beautiful things, all forbidden, Werner Pfennig. And you know the punishment for it is death. So here's my proposition. You fix my wife's radio, or you die.
The connection has gone bad. I need to solder it.
There's no solder here.
The radio is fixed, sir. Herr Littler.
Very good, Pfennig.
껌 하나로 라디오를 고친 베르너는 그 능력 때문에 강제로 끌려갑니다.
They'll say that you're too little, that you came from nowhere, but I believe in you. I know You'll do something great. You will stay the same, Anna Fanny. Do not let them impress you. Do not let them convince you. Keep the inside of your soul the same, okay? Like one of your silly radio stations. Keep the frequency the same.
I promise.
가슴 아픈 이별을 뒤로한 채 도착한 곳은 베를린 정치교육원.
The National Political Institute of Education, the most elite school in Germany. Only the superhumans survive here.
첫 관문은 인종에 대한 검사였죠.
What is he?
He's a wizard. He has a very particular aptitude with radios.
When someone asks what you are, they are asking what race you are.
He's German Aryan.
Werner Pfennig was found in an orphanage. So he's an orphan. I will do measurements of every part of his body. Werner Pfennig is in our hands now.
보아라는 이유 때문에 철저한 검사를 받은 베르너는
You are not a Jew, so you can be allowed to live. The boy you are now will soon be dead, replaced by something more than human.
살아남는 것 말곤 선택지가 없었죠.
This is your locker. You will forego comforts and live by duty alone. You will eat country and breathe nation. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Give him the traditional welcome.
Run.
My dearest sister Jutta, this is a very interesting place. The other boys seem okay. Please tell Frau Elena not to worry about me. I love and miss you very much. Best wishes.
That's enough! You must be the new radio boy. Be gentle with this one.
Has high hopes for him.
You either die like a lion, or you go over like a glass of spilled milk. Do not take thought destroys action! We must do and do and do! We are hunters! Not the hunted! The strong devour the weak!
고된 훈련을 이겨내며 점점 두각을 나타내는 베르너.
You have 1 hour to build a functioning radio, starting from now.
Goebbels himself has said, without the radio, the Nazi party would never have come to power. What you are building is a weapon of war.
53 seconds.
사령관은 베르너의 추적 능력을 확인하는데
Begin. No, when you're operating at the Eastern Front, you won't always have paper and pencil to write down your calculations. Write your calculations in the mud.
Volkheimer is 1.2 kilometers southeast from this point.
Nana, genius is a gift.
축복받은 천재는 그렇게 전쟁터로 내몰렸죠. 파리가 점령당했던 그날 기차를 타지 못한 마리와 아빠는 피난길에 오르는데
Is this your radio?
Can you explain why one country wants to own another?
I cannot. Can't explain any of it.
I'm different. I know I am. I know you've tried to protect me, but I'm different. You speak the truth.
The only different thing about you is that you're willing to carry a heavy weight at your side in order to hear the truth. I carry your bag. It's not your burden to carry alone.
아빠가 정한 목적지는 생말로.
Who do you know in Saint-Malo?
My family there.
How are we going to get there?
교수의 라디오를 들으며 희망을 잃지 않았던 두 사람은 운 좋게 차를 구하게 됩니다.
Daniel?
생말로엔 아빠의 이종사촌이 살고 있었는데요.
Uncle Etienne!
He won't hear you. He wears headphones.
Gas! Etienne, I don't know what to do. I don't know how it works. Go on, Rocky. Get your fucking...
Uncle Etienne!
전쟁 후유증 때문에 20년째 은둔 생활을 했던 에티엔.
I mean, I don't think you want to. I keep the windows closed because of the noise.
I only smell lilac. What do you listen to all day? What's the microphone for? Broadcasting from a radio is illegal. The punishment is death.
Is it? I don't read the newspapers much.
You see, Uncle Etienne was a war hero. He won many medals, all of which he threw into the ocean. Almost since the day he came back from the war, he has stayed here, inside this house. Do you know what the silly man says? What? The most important light in the world is all the light you cannot see.
에티엔의 목소리를 듣자마자 교수란 걸 알아차리고
You have a radio.
Yes.
Do you broadcast from it?
그는 마리를 다락방으로 데려갑니다.
Lilacs?
The smell of lilacs brings back happier times. Right, you are now sitting in front of my radio. And that dial can carry me around the world in a second.
Heard you speak downstairs. I was certain I knew your voice. You are the professor.
I was never really sure that there was anyone even listening.
I was always listening.
I use my radio for more important things. You must tell no one about this. Do you understand?
아빠는 마리가 혼자 다닐 수 있도록 도시 모형을 만들 계획을 세우는데
How on earth are you going to measure out the entire city?
312, 313, 340, 350, 360, 370.
모형이 완성될 때쯤
This is a small town, Daniel.
What of it?
But the mysterious man from Paris had come to help the resistance. You stop over here.
수상한 소문 때문에 독일군이 찾아오고
Etienne, there's some things I haven't told you.
You are not the only one with secrets.
Do not mention the museum. Do not mention the radio, the microphone.
I know about, so you must not seem afraid.
You're blind?
Hey, it's all right.
Your daddy has been seen around town measuring streets and pavements.
Yes, sir.
Measuring as if to make a map for people who might be planning to come here.
I'm building a scale model of the city for my daughter to get to know the streets.
When we lived in Paris, he built a model there for me too.
I was a carpenter, as you can see.
What is your name?
Claude. Claude Dugarry.
I will send your papers to Paris. They will check you out. You have great skill.
I can't believe it. You just gave false papers to the Gestapo.
I had the head of fine art restoration at the museum make them up.
불안해 보이던 에티엔은 저항군이란 사실을 털어놨죠.
Certain people within the town bring certain information to me. I send that information on to London using codes and ciphers. Before the Germans came, I used my radio to preach peace. Now it's become an instrument of war.
The tiger still patrols inside its metal box.
Vive la France.
Vive la France.
평범해 보이는 마을 사람들은 여기저기서 연합군들을 돕고 있었는데요.
May I introduce you to the Saint-Malo Old Ladies Resistance Club?
We take coffee to the young German soldiers and they speak to us as if we were their mothers.
They tell us everything.
다니엘은 그들에게 보석 이야기를 털어놨죠.
It's not really me who they're looking for.
The one all the magazines say has a terrible curse.
The kind of stone that attracts madmen.
You have it here.
If I'd known what you were doing here, I would never have brought this trouble here to you.
During time of war, Daniel, priorities are altered. Our duty is to France. And that means we must lead the Germans down another path.
다니엘은 모두를 지키기 위해 떠나기로 결정합니다.
return ticket to Paris, some cash, and an address where you will be safe.
Your father will return. There is a plan in place that Daniel LeBlanc has been spotted in Paris.
And the smugglers were paid with a large diamond that has now also been smuggled into Spain.
If the plan works, I'll be home in 6 days.
We cannot give our nation's most valuable jewel to these monsters.
I must leave to throw them off the trail to keep you safe. Etienne will let you use the radio. Speak to me. And wherever I am, I will listen. And I'll be with you.
I will. Papa, I'm still with you. I'm still speaking to you. I know you can hear me.
아빠가 떠난 이후 밤낮으로 라디오 방송을 했던 마리.
If you fail to find the location of shortwave 1310, your sister will die too.
그런 그녀를 추적해야 하는 베르너.
He's broadcasting half a kilometer to the west. Turn right here.
I pray that the signal from this radio is reaching you, wherever you are, because I will never, never give up hope. Not ever.
It's time to meet your friend.
Whoever you are, please forgive me.
Come on. You will lead the way. If she has accomplices, you will die first. If she is alone, it will be you who has the pleasure of killing her. Move. Move.
그때
Marie!
She is safe.
You just shot your commanding officer.
It's a long story.
The Americans are on their way. Your broadcasts are helping to target their bombing. Touch the door level with the bolt for tonight's instruction.
I have friends who will come and collect the trash.
Good. So her name is Marie.
I don't want to hear her name in a German mouth. Take off that jacket.
그는 베르너를 아지트로 데려갑니다.
Why are you interested in her? You tracked down the transmitter she's broadcasting on.
When I was a child, shortwave 1310 was my only hope. Shortwave 1310 was my escape. I don't think you could ever understand.
그는 라디오를 만들었던 어린 시절부터 그 채널과 이어진 모든 일을 이야기하고
The things that I've seen, they haunt me.
에티엔은 같은 고통을 겪고 있는 베르너에게 연민을 느끼고 있었죠.
I have done bad things.
I have done bad things too.
Thank you.
그 시각
She has something that doesn't belong to her.
여자에게 치료를 받으며 보석에 대해 털어놓는 독일 장교.
Must be worth a great deal.
More than money to me. My body is eating itself.
And a diamond will cure you.
I believe it will. For 3 years, I have been searching for it.
Who took them? I have no idea.
가족을 볼모로 잡아 정보를 얻고
They're headed to Geneva. They are hidden inside the head of a dinosaur.
눈먼 딸에 대한 이야기를 들은 그는 보석의 저주가 진짜라 믿으며 집착했던 것이었는데요.
Found the dinosaur head, but the sea of flames was not in there.
When the Americans come, the people here will drag me into the street as a traitor. And they will hang me.
We will all face our fate when the Americans come.
Can you get me out of the city? Because I know where the blind girl lives.
그는 마침내 마리의 주소를 얻게 됩니다.
Papa, if you're listening.
I'm looking for the Sea of Flames. Where is it?
I don't know how long I have until that German finds me again, but until he does, I will remain here.
It's time. Thought you might try to escape.
I stayed because I trust you. Yesterday I was sure I recognized your voice. You are him. You are the professor.
그때 저항군이 도착하고 심판이 시작되는데
He was taken from an orphanage against his will and made to join a signals regiment.
Our comrades in Normandy and Belgium told us what happened. Anyone found with a radio was executed by members of your regiment. Men, women, children executed.
He was just engaged in finding frequencies.
Professor, please.
Professor?
베르너를 죽이려는 저항군들. 그때
I have wasted half my life hiding from my fears. Now you must be fearless.
Etienne!
I am the professor.
미군의 도착과 함께 전쟁터로 변한 도시에서 사람들은 어떤 운명을 맞이하게 될까요? 사화불량으로 넷플릭스에서 부담 없이 볼 수 있는 우리가 볼 수 없는 모든 빛이었는데요. 60주 연속 베스트셀러이자 2015년 퓰리처상을 수상한 앤서니 도어의 소설 원작으로 공개 시점부터 지금까지 세계 순위 1위를 유지하고 있는 드라마입니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요, 알림 설정 꼭 부탁드리겠습니다.